that title brainstorm stuff. Right, so basically what this is, let me see how I can structure this the best, because I have this screen in the middle of this presentation here. 1 second. All right, guys, so the title brainstorming, this is a file that I have in the course. It's an Excel sheet, and it will basically help you find a lot of topics for your channel and use template titles and thumbnails to come up with topics for your particular channel. So this will help you with coming up with titles. It's an Excel sheet you can download in the courses. It's from a newsletter from Jake Thomas called Creator Hooks. And I'm going to show you how you can implement it for your own channel, basically. So this is his website. It's a free website you can go to. And if you click past Creator Hooks newsletters, you can literally scroll back and see like hundreds of newsletters he made. And basically what he does every week on like Sunday or Monday, he shows you 5 videos that are like trending right now and that are doing really well. And basically that you can copy the style of. So for example, here, the first one, we have this one called Under the Hood. So the title is, we put a $10,000 engine in our $500 Civic. And you hear a $10,000 engine and the $500 Civic. So the title, the framework, so we put a X in our cheap Y, basically. So they give you the framework for the title, and then you can, but potentially, if your niche allows it, replace the words in brackets with the words in your niche, for example. And then they also tell, so they give you the hook score, like how good it is, why this works. So it's curiosity, the contrast between the $10,000 engine and $500 Civic, and how counterintuitive it is to do that, builds a ton of curiosity and interest. So if you read a lot of these newsletters, you start understanding why these titles and thumbnails work. So how can you use this framework? Pair something expensive with something cheap, weird, or funny for an adventure. So here are examples for other ones. So I put a 1,000 fishing reel on a $20 rod. Professional golfer tries cheap golf clip. So it's like the contrast between something very expensive and very, very cheap, right? So he has multiple of these examples and why they work. So it's very valuable to start reading these and understanding why it works. So here's another, what I wish I knew before moving to Charleston. So you can like make a travel channel and copy this title, like what I wish I knew before moving to X, Y, Z, or anywhere in the world or another city, for example. And then he has 12 different ways to basically engage these titles, and I'm going to get into that in a little bit. So here's something with fashion, so 10 expensive looking color combination, fashion over 40. And then again here, why did it work? So it's a list. So like YouTube automation channels are almost always lists, right? So this can be a very good example to copy in your own niche. So 10 expensive looking things in your niche, for example. Let's see. So here are 2 examples again, 10 best budget-friendly cities. So for a travel channel, 10 hacks to make your home look expensive. So maybe if you like a home makeover channel or something. Then here another one, and like photography niche. Here's something with kitchen, food production, baking. And then here they also have the flop of the week. And then he explains why this particular one didn't work. So how to photograph the Northern Lights. It flopped because it has a small potential audience. Unless you're searching for this, you're probably not going to watch the video. So the more you read this newsletter, the more you understand why certain things work and why they don't work. And you can just read through it, and it's really good for coming up with ideas and understanding more about YouTube. So how you can apply this? Basically, this Jake Thomas, like he has, like I said, he has 12 different ways to come up with topic ideas, right? So the first one here is opening a loop. So I became a millionaire after I learned this. So you want to know what this is, right? When he says, I learned it after this. So the second one is sharing your regrets. So I regret becoming a real estate agent. For example, here, number 3 is challenge assumptions. So maybe everyone loves van life or everyone loves surfing like me. And then you can say 10 reasons why surfing sucks, for example. And then you trigger some people that love surfing and you provide content for people that hate surfing, right? So here, sharing mistakes. So big mistakes small YouTubers still make. Using contrast. So that's what we just did. So the end of stable jobs. Objects that should not exist in the universe, cheap things that upgrade your style, So the examples we just saw in his newsletter was like the super expensive compared to the super cheap thing, right? Then like warnings for your audience. So these are, I think, great for YouTube automation because people love juicy stories, right? Like news updates and juice and just things going bad. So stop using this, stop doing that, big mistakes you can make, things you should never do. Here, number 7 is revealing secrets. So like very curiosity-based secrets. So the darkest secrets of X. I think, Aiden, you just mentioned in the chat that Magnet's media channel, they often do this, right? Like the untold dark story of McDonald's, or like the dark story you didn't know about another like big brand in the world, like Nike or something. And then you can do a documentary style story on this. Let's see. So here, number 8 is using FOMO. So the most powerful exercise you're probably not doing. So fear of missing out is FOMO is fear of missing out, right? So tell them something that they should be doing that they're not doing and that you're going to miss, like the boat or the trend or the hype when they don't do it. Talking about the future. So what is going to be coming up in the future that's going to shock you. Share negative things. People love negativity on YouTube. So like people losing money or people doing something stupid or regretting life decisions they made, or right, something like that. And then number 11 is using authority. So what you often see is here, like Mr. Beast, Elon Musk, US military, or the government, just some famous people in the world, like maybe famous motivational speakers. You use their name, and these names have a lot of search volume, first of all. And then also if there's news about them, people are going to click your video if you make a video about it, right? So these are the 11, it's 11 different buckets that you can use to open up your titles, basically. Now, in this row here, I have examples. So there's like 5 examples for everything. Then here you have templates. So you have the templates that you can use and fill in. So the way you can use this file is basically about, like, let's say you have a new channel, and my example channel here is the NHL. So NHL is ice hockey, right? So you get the template, like this template from me in this file, and then you just start filling it in for your own channel niche. So you can, let's say this title, like Pablo Escobar hit 500 billion and 50 million was found. Let's see if there's another one. This was the worst submarine disaster. So maybe for this one, you can like, this was the worst NHL disaster in history, for example, right? So you just look at the examples and then you're going to see how you can fill it in for your niche. So this could be a potential topic you could make if you have an ice hockey NHL channel. So this was the worst NHL disaster like in history, for example. And then you can do this for the NHL, but also for players within the sport, right? So Austin Matthews is like a famous NHL player. So you can do Austin Matthews became a millionaire after he learned this. So you look for the templates. So I became a millionaire after I learned this. Austin Matthews became a millionaire after he learned this, right? So Alexander asks, but aren't those titles so saturated? So these titles are proven templates that worked for past channels, Alexander. So depending on your niche, it's like done or not done yet, right? So you can just fill in the titles for your niche, see if it's done already, and see if it's still a potential niche ID that you can do. But the main point here is if you do this for all 11 columns, and for every column come up with 5 new titles for your niche, you will have 55 video IDs. And then you can just pick the best 10 or 20 ones out of there, right? So let's just go over the rest. So, okay, share your regrets. So 5 reasons why you shouldn't start ice hockey, or 10 reasons why I regret starting ice hockey, for example. So I regret becoming a real estate agent. So I regret becoming a like ice hockey player or something, right? You can do that. All right. So number 3 here, like you challenge assumptions. So 10 reasons why van life sucks. So here you can do like 10 reasons why the NHL sucks. I've stopped watching the NHL. You should too. Why I don't want to watch the NHL anymore. So not all of them are good, but it just gets your brain going, and it shows you like, okay, maybe this one sounds good, or like this one makes me curious to watch this video, right? Like what they don't tell you about the NHL, the tricks NHL players use to fool you, right? Sharing mistakes. So here you can see times I regretted buying NHL tickets. I tried NHL in the metaverse. So these, like, I don't really feel, but Not all of the buckets or topics work for YouTube automation, and not all of them work for your particular channel too, right? So it really depends on the niche you are working with. So here, this is a pretty good one, rules that should not exist in the NHL. This is a very popular topic for sports channels. So they do like, in almost all the sports, you see titles like this, like rules they have that should not exist. So that's a good one. So warnings are really good always. So here, 14 things NHL players hate, big mistakes NHL players must stop making, most expensive things NHL players bought. So there's a lot of sports channels too that do this type of videos, like the lifestyle of the players. So the most expensive things they bought, or the stupid expensive things they bought, or that their lifestyle is like on another level. These videos are very popular in the sports niche too. So I think this column is especially like one you should definitely look at and brainstorm more about. So warnings. Let's see, now I've revealed a secret. This is a good one too. So here we have the one that we just discussed, right? So the piano's darkest secrets, like some companies' darkest secrets or some players' darkest secrets. So you can say the NHL darkest secret, but you can also say who's the most famous or most like searched after NHL player, and then just fill in his name here. So for example, we had Austin Matthews at the start of this sheet, right? So Austin Matthews darkest secrets, right? And then you just Google a sheet like with secrets about him or things that are not so well known, and you can make your video around it. This is a good one too. So how these NHL stars actually train. So most people that are a fan of a sport, they have a certain idea in mind of how these people train. And if you say how they actually train, it assumes that there's a way they train that you don't know about, and then you get curious, right? Here, this is like a listicle style, like 12 most incredible NHL players in the world, or plays, or highlights, or goals, or like hits or something, right? World weirdest NHL players. So this is a really good one too, right? Revealing a secret, curiosity-based thumbnails, basically, right? People really love that stuff. Okay, let's go to the next one. So using FOMO. So the most powerful exercise you are probably not doing. 7 side hustles you can start in 2020. So here, tricks you are not doing, exercises you can start, strange thing that the NHL doesn't want you to know. Less good than the previous ones, but still maybe some potential. Let's see, I think we got to 10 or 9, talking about the future. Yeah. So there's some examples. The future of real estate looks like this. These AIs are about to revolutionize this. And then we have like, so the transformation and its future. US is testing new stuff. So for example, you can talk here about new players that are coming up, right? New rules that are coming up, new players that are coming up, how the future is going to look like because of a new rule. New gear like shoes, sticks, clothing that's going to revolutionize, maybe some glasses or helmets or something. And then you can just be creative with the items that you fill in, right? So if you get this title, for example, with shoes are about to revolutionize, and you see that this topic does well, then you can replace shoes with sticks or helmets or something else, skates, for example, right? And this way you just can get so many topics really quick for your channel. And these are all templates that are proven to work on other channels. So they are short and sweet titles that have been tested before. So all you have to do now is mix them with good thumbnails. And on their newsletter, they also put in the thumbnails here. Or you just, you make this title and then you look it up in YouTube and see if there's a channel doing this title for your sport or another sport or your topic. And then you can switch it up to your own liking. Yeah, you mimic the thumbnail from this, and you mimic the title from this, and you mimic the thumbnail from the channel that you are that you find using this title, right? So sharing negative. So 5 habits that I gave up, 5 signs you might be fake rich, warning, biggest market trash coming in. So the most useless things in the world, basically, right? So here you have, for example, the most useless players in the world, coaches in the world, teams in the world, rules in the world, for example, you can make. So again, you have like 5 to 10 new topics already that you can test out for your channel. Right, last one, using authority. So why Ryan Worlds is the richest kid on YouTube, how Mr. Beast, how Elon Musk did this, weird things you didn't know about X. So now you just can do like weird things you didn't know about Okay, this is for the NBA still, but yeah, you can basically just find a player name and make this title for all the players, right? You can literally do your whole channel about weird things you didn't know about player 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and just make your channel about like the secrets you didn't know about these players in that sport. And here we have the stupidly expensive one, so stupidly expensive things X owns, so you can again fill in all the player names for this X right here. So this is how this sheet works, guys, and I would advise anyone that's starting a channel to at least try to fill in the sheet with his or her particular niche in mind, because it just gets your brain going. It gives you like at least 30 good video titles that you can use. And then once you have these video titles, you can paste them in YouTube in the search bar and look them up and see if other channels already did these topics or not and how well they did. Yeah, Aiden, the document should be in the course, man. And if you can't find it, I'll make a post around for it in school after this call. Thanks for mentioning that. All right, I'm gonna stop sharing. Guys, does anyone have any questions about this sheet? Is anything not clear? Is it like, are we good in this? Is it like, do you understand how powerful the sheet can be? Anyone questions? All good on your end, Aiden. Perfect. Okay, guys, if there's no more questions about this sheet. Okay, Kiva's gonna watch this again. Yeah, so after this call, I will upload the recording of this tomorrow. The sheet, I will share the sheet too in school after this call, so you can all download it and start using it. But yeah, first things first, you need to have your niche decided, of course, and then you can start filling in the sheet and working with it, basically, right? Yes, Alexander. So you just started a new channel, right? So definitely go ahead and download the sheet and just see which potential topics you can make with it, because it's just so helpful to find all these topics and see which one you can use for your channel.